Nigeras, and welcome once again to another episode of the Top Notch Coaching Network. My name is still Confidence in Me, and I am your host as usual. Today we want to progress with our teaching series on the new rules of money. This is the third episode on the series. Last week we looked at the place of leverage as one of the new rules of money. We talked about borrowing, we talked about taking of loans and stuff like that, but we looked at leverage as a rule when it comes to making money. Today we want to talk about another new rule of money, and today we're talking about cash flow. In simple terms, cash flow is the amount of money that comes in and that goes out at a certain given period, either weekly, monthly, or yearly, depending on how you want to calculate your cash flow. But basically, cash flow has to do with the inflow of money and the outflow of money. And as we know that it is popularly said that cash flow is what? The lifeblood of every business. Cash flow is quite important when it comes to wealth acquisition or the building of wealth. Now, when we talk about cash flow, we'll look at it from different and various dimensions. I remember my coach once said something. He said that if the amount of money, if your amount of money coming in, if your upkeep, he said something like, if your upkeep is more than your income, then your upkeep will be your downfall. Yes, I remember that exactly how he said it. If your upkeep is more than your income, then your upkeep will be your downfall. The greatest challenge a lot of people are having today is not just how to earn money, but how to make sure that the amount of money coming in is more than the amount of money going out, and that is what we call cash flow. It is quite important. In fact, for you to build wealth, for you to say you are wealthy, the amount of money that goes out should naturally be more than the amount of money that comes in, or else you will be struggling or your cash flow will be negative. If you are a salary earner, just know that your chances of managing the money that comes in is actually very low, because you will always struggle when it comes to salary. Salary has never truly made anybody rich. In fact, statistically it has been said that only 2% of salary earners stand a chance of becoming wealthy, and that 2% basically are those in the middle and top level executive. So for a salary earner, you will always definitely, I've been there before, it's always the struggle to ensure that your cash flow is in the positive, that the more money comes in, than goes out. But it's always difficult for salary earners. If you are self-employed, probably you own a barbing salon, a fashion house, you're a tailor, or you own a bakery or something like that, you are better off than a salary earner in a sense. And on the other hand, you will always tend to struggle because you are limited even as a self-employed person. Then if you are a business owner, statistically it has been said that 20% of business owners stand the chance of becoming actually wealthy. But my concern today is a group of people who are neither salary earners, self-employed people, or just business owners. My concern today when it comes to cash flow is the people I call the investors. Yes, the investors. An investor is somebody who puts in his money into a particular business and earns from it. The person may not necessarily run the business, but still the person earns from the business to a given for as long as the business is in existence. Now I understand that everybody cannot be a salary and everybody cannot be a businessman and everybody cannot be self-employed at the same time, but it is natural and it is imperative even that everybody should be an investor. An investor has 90% chances of becoming wealthy. An investor has the 90% chance of coming out of the rat race based on his investments, especially if these investments do well. Probably investment in stocks, investment in other people's businesses. For instance, if I remember when I had a friend that wanted to start an online business and was looking for capital. I decided to put in money there while he runs the business and gives me a weekly return, and I'm making money from that place as long as the business is standing. If you remember this show, in Nigeria it is called the Lions Den, in some countries it's called Sharks Den. It has different names in different countries, where a group of investors come together, and you that you're looking for the capital, you pitch your business to them, you talk to them about your business, and they choose to invest in it or not. That is what we call, those are people who are called investors. They put in money into your business and then they sit back, you work for them, and then you pay them. Their money is working for them and they are what, sitting at home. That is what we call the investors, and the chances of becoming rich as an investor is higher. And that is the only way actually that your cash flow can actually be enough to take care of you even to a very long time. Investors, I have found out, have the capacity to earn from generation to generation as long as the business agreement stands and the business sometimes continues existing. So like I said, you may not be a business owner, you can be anything, but remember, it is compulsory that everybody becomes an investor. You must invest in something that enables you to earn passively. Passive income. My coach told me something one time ago. He said that if my passive income does not feed me, then I am still poor. Yes, that if my passive income is not enough to take care of my expenses, that then I am still in the rat race. And I totally agree with him. If you want to come out of the rat race of 8 to 5 or 9 to 5, you need to be an investor. Whether you're a teacher, you're a salary earner, you're a businessman, you are self-employed, irrespective of what you do, there is the investor part of every human being, and unless you find it out and you start working with it, you will struggle. You may work to your old age, you may work your fingers to the bone and still die struggling because you have refused to invest, and so your cash flow is always in the negative. Learn to invest if you really want your cash flow to be in the word positive. I read one book, I've forgotten the title of the book, but from that book I remember I learned something very important. The man's name is Paul, the owner of Soft Keys online. He owns this thing, Soft Keys. It's an online platform, Soft Keys. And I remember that man said that the system of this world is designed in such a way that it is designed to take everything that you earn. That is how this world and its system is designed. It is designed to take everything that you earn. It is now up to you to find a way of keeping for yourself, as keeping some of these things you earn for yourself as much as possible. And one of the best ways is to be an investor. Another way that your cash flow can also become or be the positive is if you can run a system in your business. A system in the sense that you for instance, banks, for instance, they have mastered a way of running day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, even after their owners have died. Many businesses are like that. They have been able to organize themselves such a way that Each department functions irrespective of the presence or the absence of the owner, and so the owner can do other things while the business is still running. That is what we call a system, where you don't need to be there for your business to exist, where you don't, even after your death, your business can still continue existing. So if you can find a way of also building a system for your business or the thing that you are handling personally, then you can easily scale the cash flow quadrant and become what and start earning cash flow in the positive. Till I come your way again next time, thank you for listening, and remember, you must be an investor irrespective of the field or the place where you find yourself today. Start from where you are, start from where you earn, look around you for opportunities where you can invest one thing or the other, and I'll see you at the top. Thank you, and God bless you.